here it is, guys. Game Theory, MatPat's retirement day. I can't even believe I'm saying this right now, but I'm gonna get emotional in this. Here we go, you guys. MatPat's final Game Theory. Oh my gosh. Oh, what? What is this? Oh, it's the old intro. Dude. Wait, I want to see what chat's saying. Let's like pull up chat on another screen. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, it's everything. It's like all the old, oh my goodness. Nostalgia, dude.
Hello, Internet!
Oh.
Welcome to Game Theory, where that is the last time that I'll be saying those words officially on this channel.
No.
Loyal theorists, how do you say goodbye?
That's a hard
13
question.
years ago, I made you this promise.
Do you want to know more about the games you love without having to put in any work of your own? Well,
my gosh.
now you can play and learn. That's right, Weboverse. We have created Game Theory, gaming's tangential learning experience.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
Wow.
Weboverse, here we are today. 3,000
Goodness.
videos of tangential learning later.
3,000?
How do you sum all that up? I already got super weepy in the last one of these things,
Yes.
so probably shouldn't do that again. It'd be
Yes.
redundant and probably not great for the tech equipment. We've also spent the last 10 weeks
The mics.
together knowing that this day was going to come, right? So
Yeah.
I really feel like I've gotten my farewell tour. I've
Fair.
buried
I
hatchets,
remember
I've rekindled friendships.
crying and-
I made sweeping videos about the state of
About
online
this.
entertainment. Fired some tanks. That was
What?
legitimately
Oh, I didn't get to
very
watch that
cool.
one yet.
I honored my heritage. I made Disney mad at me one final time, which, felt appropriate. Got some new drip.
Oh,
and-
dear.
And just in general, ran my way through all the things that were left
This
in
is
my
awesome.
content creator bucket list. So again, I ask, how do you say goodbye? First, it's probably
That's a
most
hard
important to
question.
remind you that it's not officially goodbye, right? It's not like I'm dying or anything.
William.
It's more of a see you later. I'm still gonna be doing plenty of stuff. Like, I'm already booked to do the fashion show on Style Theory
Oh,
later
cool.
this year. I'm still gonna be here on the couch for GT Live. In a couple weeks, I'm gonna
Yes.
be giving
Oh,
a
I'm happy
speech over
about
at
that.
PAX. I was recently in a kill count. Heck, I'm already slated to do the Jacksepticeye podcast, the Ludwig
What?
podcast.
Oh, this is
There's
cool.
a collaboration I'm doing with Shea Frillis Productions. There's the FNAF musical over on Random Encounters. Like, I will be doing
there another
a
FNAF
lot.
musical?
You will probably be sick of me doing all these things on everyone else's channels. But if you do want to stay in touch with me, there are actually two ways that you could do it. Normally, I'd say something like, oh, you can follow me on Twitter, but we all know that there's like a grand total of 0 people who want to be over on that platform. So instead, I decided to make you this.
Ooh.
A mysterious website named
Okay, I saw this in the description.
This is going to be a place that I update every once in a while when I have news
Ooh.
about some new project that's coming up or
Oh, that's
a
really
mystery
cool.
that you're going to have to solve by digging through the source code. Yes, it's a ripoff of ScottGames.com. No, I don't feel bad about that because he stole enough of my ideas over the years. He kind of owes me one.
Oh, that's
I think we
great.
should drop on some deal with it sunglasses in this moment. Yeah. Once you're there, make sure you sign up via email. Don't worry, I'm not going to be spamming you with updates or anything. It'll
Okay.
be more like a MatPat newsletter.
Oh,
or maybe
that's
a Christmas
cool.
card that you get every once in a while with a funny update, or maybe we could chat about a favorite movie or something.
Yes.
I'll send
Oh,
over
I
the
love
occasional
that.
video that I'm
I love
just
that.
inspired to make. Who knows? Basically, this is just meant to be a way to let you all know what I'm up to directly in a way that isn't going to be subject to filtering algorithms.
Fair.
To kick things off this week, I'll be selecting 100 random emails that sign up to get personalized letters. And from
What?
that point
That's
forward,
awesome.
once or twice a week, I'll continue pulling a handful of emails to send personal notes to.
Oh, that's
It'll be
really
a fun way to
sweet.
stay in touch. Long story short,
I
make
love
sure you
that.
bookmark
That's
it,
so
since
cool,
you never
so we
know
get
what
to
might happen
still-
over there. But all right.
Oh my
enough stalling.
gosh.
Back to the question at hand. How do you say goodbye? Well,
Ooh.
I think you honestly
awesome,
have
though.
to end it all where it began. This title, A Game Theory about game theory. Did you know that game theory isn't just a nerdy YouTube show? It's
What?
also a nerdy economics concept.
Okay, fair.
If that's news to you, I honestly can't blame you. At this point, we've created enough confusion online that apparently we've merited our own disambiguation tag on Wikipedia for game theory searches. In all
What?
seriousness, for the first 5 years of the show, I received so many tweets from people who are mid-year in their economics courses, screenshotting their
emails, right,
textbooks,
this week.
freaking out when they got to the episode on game. It's not an episode, it's a chapter. When they got to the chapter on game theory, being like, oh my gosh, dude, did you know that you were in this thing? And yeah.
What? That's
Yeah,
cool.
definitely did. The pun, believe it or not, was intentional. In fact, Steph and I knew from the very beginning that it was likely that the final episode of Game Theory was going to be about game theory. Why? Well, because game theory, it's
Okay.
everywhere. You
Fair.
can't
That's
escape
very
it.
fair.
If you've ever seen the movie Love Actually, there's actually this opening monologue in it that goes a little something like this.
We live in a world of hatred and greed, but I don't see that. Seems to me that love is everywhere. If you look for it, you'll find that love actually
Aw.
is all around.
Now you just got to replace the word love with game theory, and you basically got it.
Okay,
We
that's
live
fair,
in a world
especially.
of hatred and greed, but I don't see that. Seems to me that
Game theory,
love is everywhere. If you look for it,
Oh,
you'll
that's
find
funny.
game theory.
that love actually is all around.
Huh, who would have suspected that English acting megastar and recent Oompa Loompa Hugh Grant would be making a guest appearance in my final episode?
Oh, that's
Truly,
awesome.
Truly, we have spared no expense for this one. And not only is game theory just everywhere, it also holds the secret to winning everything forever. Yeah,
What?
I know, right? That is
Excuse
a
me?
huge claim to make. Clearly, I was saving all my biggest secrets for the grand finale. So, you know what? Let's not beat around the bush anymore, my friends. Let's make you masters of the universe and reveal how, whether you like it or not, you all are theorists for life.
That's
Come
awesome.
on.
I love that.
this
Wait,
way.
what? Off the couch. Are you gonna take the camera?
Yeah, we're moving off the couch this time.
Yeah.
know it's
There we go.
Let's go. At
That's
its core,
cool.
game theory is the science of strategy. So we gamers,
Wait.
we understand strategy, but what exactly is game theory specifically?
Fair
well,
point.
to understand that, you have to go back to the original game theorist, not me.
What?
This guy. This guy right here. He might not have himself the red leather jackets or the cool
Oh my
diamond play
gosh.
buttons, but I'll tell you what he does have. A crater on the moon named after himself, so
John
I'll let
von
you decide who has the
Neu-
bigger flex there. This
I
guy
don't know
right
how you
here,
say that.
he is mathematician John von Neumann, and he was
John von Neumann.
everywhere back in the
Ah.
day. And I do mean everywhere. Like,
Oh my
this
gosh.
guy was a key player in the invention of the digital computer. He helped with the
What?
discovery of the structure of DNA,
Oh, this is cool.
even the creation of key components for Oppenheimer's Manhattan Project. You know, the Christopher Nolan movie where big things go big booms. But perhaps his biggest claim to
I
fame
love that
was
description.
game theory.
That's
The
funny.
idea that in any situation where there are two or more people, or players in this case, you can
Oh.
model out a game that'll help you find the best outcome. Have you ever
Oh.
played rock, paper, scissors and thrown out rock as the first hand? Because you know, statistically, most people choose their first move to be scissors. Or maybe you picked paper because the last three moves have been rock and they're obviously going to be throwing rock again. Well, congratulations, that is game theory in
Never thought about
action.
it like
And
that.
he got a medal
That's
of
insane.
freedom for that. So it just goes to show, don't let your dreams just be dreams, kids. Sometimes getting an honorary medal is a lot
He
easier than you
stole it.
think. In short, game
That's
theory is
great.
the
I
study
love
of
this.
strategic choice. It's math that tells you what people are going to do and who's going to win the game. Probably the most famous example of a game theory scenario is the prisoner's dilemma, where two accomplices
Ooh,
have just
I've not
committed
heard
a
of
crime
this.
and they're both given the chance to narc on the other one. If they both deny the crime, well, they both get a short prison sentence. If one of them
Okay.
denies the crime and the other rats him out, the narc walks free while his buddy is stuck in prison for a long
Oh.
time. And if they both confess, they both get a medium sentence. We can model the possible outcomes here in a nice, neat, mathy looking square.
Oh my
and while
gosh.
technically the best outcome for both of them would be to trust each other and not
this
confess,
recently.
they're criminals and they don't know each other that well. And because they don't trust each other, by the math, both of them narc on each other, and as a result, get a medium amount of prison time. Or if that all is too complicated and hypothetical, over in England, they turn the whole thing into a game show where they say the word balls an uncomfortable amount of times.
What?
Welcome to Golden Balls. Golden Balls. Balls of riches, 12 balls.
My balls are all golden.
100 golden balls, and they're all bursting with money. Killer balls.
What?
Balls, 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 balls.
Now, why am I bringing all this up? Well, game theory is more than just wads of cash jammed into a bunch of balls.
Oh, gosh.
Someone should tell Mr. Beast that I just discovered his next video idea. No, it has very real consequences for the world. Back when the US and USSR were on the brink of atomic annihilation, the
Oh my goodness,
principles
we're going
of
back
game
to-
theory helped both sides reach an agreement to slowly disarm their nuclear arsenals. If you want to know more about that story, Veritasium's recent video on game theory does a great job telling
my
it.
goodness.
And honestly, I can't really improve on it. So thanks for doing all the research for
Aw.
my final episode there, Derek. If you want an example
Oh, that's a good
bit
transition.
closer to home, though, here you go.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yes.
Got it. See, YouTube as a platform is just a bunch of zeros and ones, right? But YouTube as a community, it's a network of people constantly trying to make strategic decisions. Creators are players who are more or less rational people making videos that'll get you to watch and like and comment and subscribe.
Fair.
You, the viewer, you're also a player in this. You're on a strategic mission to win the experience by finding the thing that's most satisfying to watch. And the people who
That
run,
is very
or
true,
at
honestly,
least have run
especially
YouTube in the past, shout
when
out
you are
to
a
Todd,
YouTuber.
Jake, Neil, Ernest, Meg, Ariel, Susan, David, Fede, Vader, Stephanie
Oh, yes,
and
these
Kim,
are
they're
all
all in
the-
a strategic game to keep the
Goodness,
creators
these
and
are all
viewers
of the
happy,
YouTube
while also
headquarters
figuring
people.
out the best possible outcome for YouTube as a company by appeasing all the advertisers and shareholders. It
Oh,
is
that's cool.
seriously a complex strategic arena. And that's how you get decisions like use bright green text because it's more likely to stand out in a sea of dark gaming thumbnails and more likely to get clicks. Launch shorts as a means to counterattack against TikTok. Do a video on something that's not trending so you can stand out from the pack. Or maybe you lean in so you're suggested against the algorithm.
Oh my
Every
gosh.
video you watch, everything that you click on, it's the product of creators using game theory. Slap a big old game theory colon in front of every title and slam
Secret
some
code.
clickbait green text on every thumbnail. All those hundreds of
Ryan
millions of
Trahan.
subscribers to
Wait, what's this
Jimmy and
about?
Ryan
Secret
Trahan
code?
and Cocomelon, I like to think that they're all secretly ours. Where's our 200 million
Excuse me?
subscriber play button there, YouTube? In the end, it's all
my goodness.
game theory. Speaking of, and this is just an aside that I learned about earlier this week, apparently there's a Chrome extension that allows you to do exactly what I just described.
Wait.
It, quote unquote, MatPatifies your
Wait a
YouTube
minute.
feed by putting green text on like every thumbnail. Just saying, we have reached the peak of human achievements. I, for one, really like this one, where it's Link and saying mommy's hungry. That's just traumatic on a whole nother level. Or there was one that I saw
Santi?
circulating online, Ryan Gosling doing a puppy interview, and the title is Birth of a Killer. There was another one that showed up on the subreddit, Afton's Final Death Smash? I gotta say, I am proud of the mark that I will leave on this platform. But so what, right? YouTube is game theory. Sure, that's great. It's interesting, but why does it matter to you, right? Why am I spending so much time talking about all of this in my final episode? Well, because like I said, game theory can help in every strategic interaction that you have. And it's produced a literal strategy guide on the best way to live out your life. Tried and tested by all our grandfather theorists.
Seriously?
But to truly understand that, we have to go back to where it all began, a glorified PowerPoint presentation.
Oh my gosh, not PowerPoint. I haven't
Weboverse,
seen these
allow
in
me to
forever.
introduce you to, lights please, the Trust Game.
Oh my
I love
gosh.
this. We started as glorified PowerPoint slides and we're ending as glorified PowerPoint slides.
Yes!
Here's the TLDR of this one. The Trust Game was
Amazing.
originally just named the Computer Tournament by a guy named Robert Axelrod.
Oh, this is
Clearly
funny.
not the most creative with his titling conventions.
Okay,
Basically,
fair.
this was the Prisoner's Dilemma or the Golden Balls thing, except here, there was one crucial difference. They're not just playing the game once, they are literally playing it hundreds of times, repeating it over and over again to see what strategies end up winning the most across
Going back to
a longer
consulting my
period.
roots.
This then gives us a model that's shockingly closer to real life, because here, most of the time, you're not just thinking about what you have to do to win a single game, you have to actually think about the consequences of your actions. The more people think about the future, the more they're willing to cooperate because they don't want to screw themselves over down the road, you know?
It's
Again,
very true.
for details on that experiment, check out Derek Veritasium's video where he talks about all of that, including having an interview with the game's creator. It's a very cool
Oh,
video.
what?
I also
That's cool.
borrowed his convention for that one, so thanks for the latter and the idea there, Derek. You can also watch Dr. Trevor Bassett's video on the topic, or, you know, the various TED Talks that are all about this experiment. We'll link to all of those down in the description below. But just to jump to the big conclusion here, the best strategy to winning it big boils down to 4 key points. Number 1, be cooperative. Lead with
Okay.
trust. Assuming that the person you're playing with is your enemy right off the bat, it's not going to serve you well.
That's
Trust
very
in
true,
others,
honestly.
it's going to let you win more frequently in the end. Secondly, don't be a pushover. Sure, it's good to be trusting. That is great. But the second
this
that
is
someone takes
great.
advantage of your trust, the winning strategy is to call them out on it and then immediately hold them accountable. Which leads nicely then to point number 3, being forgiving. Don't hold a grudge. Don't be a Mr. Darcy.
My good opinion once lost is lost forever.
That is a failing indeed.
Wow.
Tell him, girl, you are exactly right. She's speaking some game theory truth right there. Well, sure,
That's
it hurts to have
incredible.
your trust broken. Staying open to the chance that other people can change, that they can grow and learn and get better, that is the ideal solution here. The
It's very
trust game
true.
showed that players who held their opponent accountable, but then forgave them, actually won out more often than any other strategy. And lastly, it's important to be honest and open
Right
about
in
your
French.
strategy. When people can't understand what you're thinking,
Oh, that
that's
one's for
then
you. That's
when
cute.
mistrust starts to breed. By being honest, it breeds honesty in others. It allows you to build on that trust over time, one step, bit by bit. Across the thousands of rounds of testing, nice strategies that were fair but also firm ultimately won out the most. Now, when I read these outcomes, what really struck me first was how they present a really hopeful view of the world. A hopeful view that I don't think a lot of us carry around a lot. I mean, it's easy to assume that everyone out there is out to get you.
Oh my gosh,
and
that's
it's
fair.
easier to just
Sometimes.
close off to people who've wronged us in the past, but math and game theory specifically proves that assumption's wrong. And hey, if you don't want to believe the thousands of rounds of computer simulations, there is a very solid real-life example: YouTube. YouTube is a positive-sum game, which means that more than one person can win. And in fact, a lot of times, the more others win, the more you can win too. When I was just starting off, I was so mad and scared when Vsauce 3 released this video, calculating Sonic speed. I'd been working for a year on the channel at that point, grinding away and seeing a fair amount of growth. But in that moment, I saw a spin-off of one of YouTube's top subscribed channels just horning in on my territory of gaming science. It was like they were gonna steamroll me. They were gonna steal my audience away. So I did a video where I tried to stake my claim, and thus Sonic is Slow was born.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, applying science to video games since April 18th of 2011. Recently, however, a new gaming scientist has come onto the scene. The good folks over at Vsauce 3 recently took a gander at a game series I covered in episode 5. It's a great video, except for one thing: it's wrong.
That's a call out.
Listen to my voice in that. Oh, I'm so proud that I finally hit puberty, like 7 years into making these videos. Anyway, you can tell that I'm super salty in this one, right? I'm asserting that I did it first. I'm citing the dates. I am literally trying to one-up Vsauce 3. But then something interesting happened. I got views from Vsauce. I saw that their video and mine.
Those animations were mine, hundreds of individual Photoshop files.
I was so afraid of me losing a year of hard-earned progress. But in reality, I wasn't just operating on my own island anymore. By unintentionally cooperating with each other, we had just created our own little micro-trend of gaming science content. There was clearly enough views for all of us. Steph and I, in our years of consulting, kept hammering home this one point, that YouTube is a place where all ships can rise. Leading with trust goes a long way. From inviting someone to collab on your channel, to comparing notes on production because it can help you both. You actually see this kind of cooperative game theory in action with content houses, or projects like the QSMP where creators are helping each other and sharing audiences. On the flip side, there are creators who haven't done a good job of leading with trust, and who've approached YouTube as a zero-sum game, a place where there can only be one winner. Guess what? Didn't work. Back in 2020, a few of the top beauty creators tried to take each other down, encouraging viewers not to watch each other, trying to turn audiences against people that they thought were their competitors.
That just loses people.
It was for the clout, it was for the views, and it backfired. In fact, it backfired so badly that all of their channels took a massive hit, and the beauty vertical, which was once a main pillar of YouTube's earliest days, never truly recovered. By working together, the platform thrives. Lights? But by thinking that you can only win when other people lose, well, that's when everyone loses. It's kind of sad. Let's move on. But if you don't want to listen to mathematicians or YouTube meta-analyses, just look at me. Game Theory, the show, is a testament to those 4 lessons of game theory, the nerdy economics concept. Every person who's built this channel has led with trust. Ronnie, he put his own show on the back burner so he could dedicate his time to editing Game Theory, trusting that we would be able to succeed more together. He helped the show to truly become what I had always dreamed it would be. And I honestly wish that he could be here to this day so I could thank him so much for that. The same is true for Goomba and Drake and Lee and Ryder and all the other partner shows who joined up with us in lieu of working on their own channels. Steph, she left being a consultant at a real company in the medical field on the belief that by cooperating, we could actually make something really special together.
Oh, that's amazing.
Jason, who is actually right here behind the camera right now. Jason, who you know as the guy that we blame all the time on GT
oh my
Live.
goodness.
Jason was Theorist's first full-time employee after me and Steph. He jumped in there when all we had was a kitchen table
and a cry
cat that he was constantly allergic to. And Sudafed, you have this man to thank for your current net worth. Because
and Zyrtec.
And Zyrtec.
And Zyrtec,
You have taken so many pills over the years.
I have.
But
all medically prescribed, though, I promise.
Yeah, no, good medical pills, not anything sketchy, for sure. But Jason is the man that we have trusted with the weight of the entire production process across all the channels for years. Like, this man is the unsung hero of everything you've probably ever watched across any of the channels. Without him, without you. Without you.
Oh my.
None of these videos would get made.
Aww. Oh.
Now get back there, okay? Enough of you. I gotta thank other people.
I shouldn't blame Jason for crying.
You know, friendship first, but also working together to create awesome stuff, right? And if you're talking about unsung heroes on this channel, there is one man who also deserves a call out, and his name is Yossi. He is our audio wizard. He is the man who I have trusted with my voice for the better part of 9 years. He has had to suffer through more hours of my voice than anyone else in the world. I am so sorry, Yossi. I am so sorry for all the burps and weird edits and weird diatribes and jump scares that Ali has given me over the years. Was Yossi a pro when he first joined up with us? No. But you know what he was willing to do? He was willing to learn.
Are watching right now, you guys.
I've trusted him with my voice for the better part of 9 years. And the same goes for another member of the team who you've never gotten to see, but was actually there before the channel was even monetized, which is kind of crazy to think about. You don't know Dan Levitt, but Dan was another one. He was the first who actually saw potential in me and in these channels as a whole, offering to become my manager, even though he had never managed a YouTuber before. He just jumped in with 2 feet and said, hey, I've never gotten a brand deal in the past, but think I could do it for you. And he did. And then he got me literally hundreds more. He has his own management company now, and he manages some of the biggest sports creators on all of YouTube. Really? I can say with complete confidence that this company and my career would have looked totally different had it not been for Dan. And his career and his company would have looked totally different without me. He and I have built businesses parallel to each other, right next to each other, using cooperative game theory for over a decade. He trusts me to make good decisions on YouTube, and I trust him to make good decisions as my manager, and we both benefit in the long run. But perhaps the most important person in all of these trusting relationships
you're the same.
is you. You guys, right here. I wear you on my wrist these days. You loyal theorists have been the best example of game theory in the history of the show Game Theory. Every time you click on one of these videos, you are leading with trust. You are saying, you know what, I'm gonna give this one a chance, especially on those episodes that are covering topics that you've never even heard of. And on my end, I've always tried my best to fulfill on that promise and make sure that your trust pays off by delivering a great, well-researched, fun, a lot of times stupid video. And yeah, there have been plenty of times where I've missed the mark, where you weren't happy about a topic, or where I said something wrong, or my research was bad, or whatever, and I needed to learn about that. And so you, acting exactly as you should, according to that trust game, you called me out in those moments. You showed me that I had made a mistake. But more importantly, you were willing to forgive. You gave me a chance to learn and grow as a creator and as a person. And look at this. We all won. Look at this thing that we managed to build together. Don't tell anyone else. I mean, there's 3 of them here in the room, but like the rest of them downstairs. You guys, you've always been the most important member of this team, whether or not you ever realized it. And now, as new hosts step in, yeah, they're obviously going to have to learn a lot, and they're going to have to earn your trust just like I did over a prolonged period of time. But I hope that you approach them with the same sense of cooperation and goodwill that you did for me all those years ago. So, while I might be leaving as host of this show, Game Theory, it'll never leave. It'll never leave me, and it'll never leave you. We are all Game Theory, which honestly is why I thought it was fitting for you guys to be the one to say this.
But hey!
That's just a theory.
It's just a theory!
Just a theory.
That's just a theory.
Okay, theory.
Class dismissed. Thanks for the theories, MatPat.
But hey, that's just a theory.
Just a theory.
Just a theory.
Just a theory.
Just a theory. Thanks for everything.
But hey, that's
Just a theory.
That's
just a theory.
Just a theory.
Just a theory.
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 That's just a 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 theory.
A style theory.
A food theory.
Dude.
A film theory.
Oh my gosh.
A game theory.
Oh. Salute to you, good sir.
Thanks for watching.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, where to?
I got something I gotta do.
Okay,
Ready for a road trip?
Road trip.
I guess.
Let's go.
Oh, this is awesome, you guys. Oh my gosh. You're rising. This is so good, dude. Sobbing right now. Oh. Dude. I don't even care if this video gets copyright claimed.
You ready?
What's happening? What's happening, MatPat? Where are we going?
I've been expecting you. Come, we have much to discuss.
I'm so sorry. I don't know who that is, and I feel so bad for not knowing. Lore Keeper ending. Ending 1 of 6? For answers on all... What? For answers on where to find all endings, check the bottom of the description. If you want to find them, happy hunting. Oh! That's Scott? Wait, what? Want another ending? Check the description. Oh, that is so cool, dude. Oh, there are different endings right here. Okay, so during my initial reaction, I don't know why. I wasn't aware that this is what MatPat was talking about, but I was referring to vidIQ down here, but apparently there's a MatPatify extension, and I did look this up, and it is a real thing. And my goodness, this just looks ridiculous. Like, there's lore. All these sayings are just so funny. 6,000 users. Oh my gosh. Just for fun. That's incredible. I can't even believe that's a real thing. I wonder who made that. That's great. And here, I am so sorry. I did not realize that the person behind this door was the one and only Scott Cawthon. I don't know how I didn't know this, but yeah, I did not know this was Scott Cawthon, you guys. I genuinely did not know this was Scott because I am so used to the old photos of Scott Cawthon. I have not seen like any updated versions of Scott Cawthon. So it's mainly that one that I think MatPat showed at the very beginning of this video, actually, with like Scott in the gray shirt and whatnot. So I was not used to this. That's crazy though. So we are not ending this though without watching these other endings. I want to see what these different endings are about. So hold up, let me pull all of these up and let's see what in the world this is about. So this one is the real ending. Now, I don't even know if I included the other ones, so you guys should definitely go check those ones out for yourself, and we're just gonna be reacting. Yeah, real ending. Here we go.
Thanks for watching.
See the real ending, MatPat.
That was the best one.
Great. Awesome.
Oh, it's behind the scenes? Yeah!
Cut sound.
Oh, I love it.
Camera.
All right, cutting.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I love it. Santi.
I am.
Yeah.
It was the first one. After that was
After the first one, it's all downhill from there.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, Tom.
I know. It's real.
Oh, this is...
Oh my gosh, finally. This channel's been mine.
He's not.
No more edible underwear episode. Like, perfect. Already.
My name is Tom. I'm Mr. Tom.
Yes! Oh my gosh, it's Yellow Among Us from all the introductions of everyone with Amy, Santi, Lee, and Tom. Oh my gosh, that's great.
Dog. Can you do the but hey, that's just the theory?
Boy, it's just hilarious. Game theory.
Basically, just drop all consonants. Okay, yeah. I love how he's swallowing all of them.
You gotta
This is the best way to start
say
spring
it's like
break.
a game theory in it, right?
Game theory.
It's one of them game theories, isn't it, Rob?
Hey, one of them game theories.
Usually we post on Saturdays, but sometimes it's late, so it's Tuesday.
Oh, that's great. Oh, real ending.
Congratulations,
Oh.
you did it. You found the real canon ending. The final, most secret ending by painstakingly combing over the last 5 weeks of videos, poring tirelessly over literal
To be honest, it was in the description, MatPat. It was in the description of your video, sorry.
hours of content, searching for those brief Easter eggs, cobbling them together into mysterious URLs. Either that or, you just click the link in the description of the final video. Both totally valid solutions. Regardless of how you got here, a winner is you. Congratulations, you've graduated. And when I call this the real ending, that's exactly what this is. It's real. Because let me tell you, the skills that you've gotten over the years here on the channel, critically thinking about spooky bears, fast food,
Spooky
analog
bears.
horror, and and soapy legs. Yeah. That sense of curiosity and fun, that's not gonna go away. That carries with you into where it matters most, out here, in the real world. And all that, it spreads. It grows. Enthusiasm and positivity and curiosity, critical thought, they're infectious in the best ways possible. For all the jokes that constantly get made about me losing my mind and going insane, that right there, that is what being a theorist truly means. Sharing a love of learning with others. It has been an honor to be your YouTuber, your entertainer, your teacher, your parasocial friend, whatever role I've played in your life. Thank you. And you know what? I look forward to continuing that through the little website and newsletter that I have going on, as well as all the projects that I'm working on for you right now. But even more than any of that, you know what I'm most excited about? I'm excited about it being your turn. You can be the game theorist, questioning the lore alongside your friends. You're the food theorist, doing bizarre flavor experiments in your kitchen. Go wild with some new style, or try a film that deviates from the mainstream. You're the theorists now, and I cannot wait to see what you discover.
I'm not faking this, by the way.
Remember, this isn't an ending. Well, technically it is an ending because it's the real ending, but you get what I'm saying. This isn't an ending. Instead, this is a brand new and exciting beginning. And that's not a theory. That right there, that's a fact. With love always, MatPat.
It definitely hits you. You know, when like that was not me like trying to fake something. That was genuinely me. Well, you guys have it. That is my reaction to MatPat's final theory, and I can't even believe I'm saying that. You know what? Even though this is the end of MatPat's era, it is a brand new beginning. MatPat is not done. I know on GT Live, he has spoken a bunch about Lorify, which I am personally excited for. If there's anything MatPat related, like games or something, I will be on top of that. Don't be surprised. I will say I do have some ideas in mind of what I now want to do in the future of this channel as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And with that being said, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye everyone, and have fun, MatPat. Have a fantastic life, man. I'm excited to see what you have in store for us.